well, our hemisphere. Are you calling it the Donald Doctrine?
Well, they call it the Monroe. I didn't call it that, but they would call it the Monroe Doctrine. Now they call it the Monroe, which is basically safety for this part of the world. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. We don't want drugs pouring into our country. We don't want bad people coming into our country like happened for 4 years under Biden. It was a disgrace. Worst president in the history of our country. Horrible. We had some other bad ones. Let me tell you, Obama was a terrible president. The divisiveness and the hatred that was caused, and many of the people allowed into the country. But what Biden did was a step beyond anything that anybody's ever done. We had millions of people pouring through the border. Now we have nobody coming in unless they come in legally.
Let's talk about, you said for the interim, you will be in charge. Okay. Obviously, the remaining leadership underneath Maduro, they've made, I mentioned earlier, 3 major concessions, 30 to 50 million barrels of oil. They're going to buy and purchase all their goods from America. Now they're releasing political prisoners. Okay. What is your ultimate goal for the governance of Venezuela?
Prisoners that nobody thought they would ever see again are being released, yeah. And in many cases, good people is what I understand. But prisoners, nobody ever thought they'd be released. So we're going to be working with them and leadership of the country. And so far we've been working very well. You know, we picked up the Russian freighter that trudged out there.
I want to ask you about that.
Well, they had some Russian ships guarding it, and they decided not to mess around with us. And we took that one. That's unloading the oil. We're taking billions and billions of dollars worth of oil, and it'll be hundreds of billions of dollars. It'll be trillions of dollars, but we're going to be there till we straighten out the country. We'll see how the country's doing, but we'll be running the oil. We're meeting tomorrow with all of the big oil executives. We're going to be right here in the White House. We're going to meet with the, biggest oil people in the world. They're all coming here. The top 14 companies are coming here. They're going to go in. They're going to rebuild the whole oil infrastructure. They're going to spend at least $100 billion, and it's an unbelievable oil that they have, and an unbelievable quality of oil and amount of oil.
When they nationalized going back to the 1920s,
Yeah.
American companies had invested billions.
We built it. Yeah.
All of it.
And then it was taken away from us.
Stolen.
It was stolen from us, and it was taken away years ago over a period of time, but it was taken away in the early 2000s, even beyond that, but the early 2000s, and I just took it back.
I can't imagine